Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Takes from Lakes podcast. I'm James, and I'm joined by Nash. We're here on December 2nd, the first episode of December. We're right in the middle of all the college football drama, college basketballs. We're in the swing of things. Me and Nash have been trying to keep up with every single sport that's been going on. But Nash, how you doing? As you take a sip of your Sprite, which you just got because you were trying to get water, then you saw a Sprite in the fridge, so you had to grab it.
I mean, calling me fat in the first 30 seconds of the podcast. The
word fat did not come out of my mouth.
I mean, it's the truth. Whatever.
Okay, bro. We all love Sprite. I had a Sprite today. I had a Sprite at dinner. So.
Wow. Okay. So you're running the two bev day too, because we also ran some mango lemonade splashers at IHOP this morning.
Dude, yeah, pretty tough. Tough.
Anyway, let's get to business.
Do you have any opening remarks?
No, other than it's just been like the craziest 2 days of sports in a very, very, very long time. Like, I can't remember the last time so many top 5 teams got upset in college basketball, except for that one time when it was like every single top 7 team. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Got upset?
I do. No, I do actually.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been unreal. And then obviously college football drama. Who will get in?
Drama's an understatement, dude.
They find out tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow at noon, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. Unbelievable. But
at least one team is gonna walk out like so angry.
Pissed. Yeah. Yeah. But if you just want to get straight into that, the college football talk, you want to get basketball.
Yeah. No, I think,
or I guess we gotta go to your stat, but
oh well, yeah.
Mine ties into college football, so we can.
So does mine.
Okay. Well then, looks like we're doing first.
Looks like you're going first because.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta start a timer. I always forget to start a timer, and I never know how long we've gone for. But okay. My obscure stat, like I said, relates to college football. It relates to the Alabama Crimson Tide. This stat is not my greatest, but I just looked up ESPN stats and info and wanted to find something that related to college football, so I'm using this. But Alabama it says 78, but this was in the middle of the Alabama-Georgia game, so it's now 79 straight games. They've won 79 straight games and leading by double digits, which is the longest active streak in the FBS. And of course, today they won their 79th straight game, went up by double digits, and ended Georgia's 29-game win streak, which is actually kind of insane that they have not lost in 3 years. But yeah, that's my stat. We'll get into that game.
Bro, yeah, if you're a Georgia Bulldogs fan, like the feeling of taking a loss has got to be so unfamiliar.
I know.
Like, nowhere else do you see this kind of dominance other than college football or like UConn basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, women's basketball.
Yeah. So mine here, give me a sec. So in 2001, Utah State and Fresno State in a game against Utah State scored 49 points in 6 minutes and 25 seconds.
Fresno State did?
Yeah.
In 6:25?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
How?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds kind of like you remember that Chiefs game against the Texans in the playoffs? It sounds like that, but like even crazier.
Yeah, that's wow.
That's obscene.
Was it the 85-56 game? Or that's basketball. That would not make sense. I was about to say, well, how many did they end up scoring? Had to be like 70s. Look. What year? Do you know?
2001.
See. 70 to 21.
70 to 21, it looks like.
Wow.
God. Okay.
56 in the first half.
Let's look. Okay, Fresno State touchdown up 7. And then first quarter up 14.
Punt return. So they got touchdown, then I went punt return, I guess 3 and out, A passing touchdown. Looks like I assume they just got a bunch of
It
turnovers.
yeah, it was, but it wasn't even like pick sixes or anything.
Yeah, no.
Like they
Like
were
just
actually putting together
they
drives
were,
and like
yeah.
balling on these kids.
Hmm.
Good Lord. And the crazy thing is Utah State scored in the middle of the run.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
Yeah, it was
insane.
7-28. Right in the middle. Hmm.
Like,
That's like
I
some
mean, there's probably like
hey,
nobody watching that game, but still, dude.
yeah.
My Lord.
My goodness, yeah. Every time the whole like draft thing gets brought up and about like quarterbacks in college, I always see the Mahomes Baker college stat line where I think it was Mahomes passed for like 7 touchdowns and like 600. You remember that game? That like insane game. It's
Yeah,
like 50.
I
Let me see. Texas Tech.
I'm gonna be honest. This is the first year I've like
66,
heavily
59.
like tuned into college football. I'm not gonna
Really?
lie. Kansas has been so bad for so long. And like
Mm-hmm.
I just never really have been interested until now because I'm
Yeah.
locking in for the podcast.
Tough.
That should show commitment. If that doesn't earn us a follow from everybody listening, I don't know what does.
For real.
You're welcome for me being so amazing. And
You want me to say thank you or is that
I mean it wouldn't hurt.
thanks? Man,
You're welcome.
thanks.
Um anyway, let's
But
get
yeah,
into
real quick,
current
Nash. That
news.
game
Oh yeah.
I was mentioning Mahomes was 52 for 88, 734
God.
yards and 734 yards and 5 touchdowns and 88 pass attempts. And Baker threw for
Chill.
7 touchdowns. But yeah, I've seen that like box score screenshot a few times the past week. But
Yo, that's unreal.
yeah, 88 passing attempts. But
God.
yeah, there's always one of those games every year, I feel like. But
Yeah, yeah. Jared versus a game wrecker. Oh my goodness.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
but
watching this FSU Louisville game,
yeah,
which
Florida State
has
scored.
huge implications.
God, no, the whole world is
Wow,
rooting
big
for
drop.
Louisville because nobody wants to see them play. Nobody wants to see Florida State play.
Which is so sad. It's so sad because like that wouldn't be the case if Jordan Travis didn't suffer like one
Hmm.
of the most gruesome injuries I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, but
like
let's
that really,
go.
really, truly. I don't know if I've talked about this on the pod already. That injury actually made me so sad.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, but we can go in terms of conference championship games. We can go in chronological order, starting with last night, 8 p.m. Oregon, Washington. The line was Oregon by 9.5, which I thought was crazy leading up to it because obviously, I mean, Oregon is probably the better team. Just
you
better team
are
doesn't
kind of
always
a
win.
UW fan.
I am a UW fan. I was heavily rooting for UW, and I thought I'm just gonna say we here. I thought that we were gonna pull it off. Regardless, I thought the 9.5 line in a conference championship game after they had already lost them was kind of
Like
insane.
really disrespectful.
Yeah, it was so disrespectful. And people are mad that Penix was like he said like the Geno line, and like everyone was like, "Oh, who wrote them off?" Like literally everyone wrote them off. Like nobody thought they were winning that game.
Yeah.
So I thought that
Yeah.
was kind of annoying. Like
No, I
nobody
mean
thought they were winning
it
that game.
everybody loves to hate on teams that do well, especially in college football where it's like you have these undefeated seasons. Like
Yeah,
Michigan, playing the victim when it's like, first of all, the kids did not ask for their whatever happened with the sign stealing to happen.
yeah,
I can guarantee that.
hmm.
So like I can see how the players feel victimized by that
Yeah,
situation, right? Like and if it helps your team succeed to have that sort of mentality, like
hmm.
people need to not like
Yeah.
get
You
so
know they were loving
angry.
being 10-point underdogs in a conference championship game with a chance to play off
Knowing
some
that they
woman.
were better
Yeah.
than yeah.
But yeah, as far
Um
as that game, obviously UW got off to the hot start 20-3. I didn't think Penix played pretty well. Didn't think it was like a super insane game from him, but the
Bonix kind of sold.
trenches, yeah, Bo Nix didn't have a great game, but the trenches for UW, they just dominated. O-line was insane. They didn't run the ball enough. UW didn't, and they still got by. I thought they should have run the ball a lot more. Dylan Johnson is a beast. He was playing hurt too. I mean, just unreal. They definitely, yeah, they got a little bit too pass happy. I thought that was going to kind of sell them, but they were all right. But
Yeah.
and then
Um,
Oregon, I mean,
yeah.
they
I
have their
mean, and
chances.
and imagine if Oregon had won that game, the drama that we're about to get into would be so much greater.
Yeah, I think of
But
Oregon when
two
you,
losses,
yeah, I think UW
Oregon,
definitely would have been
Oregon's
out
yeah, two losses, Oregon is out, um, for sure. And Oregon is pretty much a lock,
or
along with
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
Um, is pretty much a lock to get in. So,
Shout
and the
out Jalen
game was
McMillan.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Jalen McMillan is like, I was like, when I first started following the UW team, McMillan was my like I was under the impression like that was the guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody is. So like obviously Romo Dunze's season has been
Yeah.
phenomenal, but like it shouldn't take away from how unbelievable McMillan has been and how good Jalen Polk has been.
Yeah.
McMillan was hurt for a little while.
Yeah. Yeah. He came his first game back yesterday. But yeah, really fun team to watch. The defense held in there. They did what they needed to do. They almost kind of sold it with that touchdown at the end that let Oregon get back in the game. But yeah, great game. Undefeated season for Washington. Go Huskies. And we'll see who they
Yeah.
play. We'll get into the rest of the games. But anything else you have to say on that?
No.
Okay.
Well, although we will be revisiting the Friday night sports action
Yeah.
coming soon.
Yeah. Also,
But
adios
yeah.
Pac-12. Thanks for being a great conference. We'll be seeing
Yeah,
you.
I mean, you weren't a great conference until everybody knew that you weren't going to be a conference anymore. But you were
It was
great this year.
really fun to watch this year with college football. I mean, just even with Caleb Williams, USC, that whole thing.
I
Obviously,
mean, part of it
Oregon,
is,
UW.
do you think part of it is that their games are on so late on the East Coast that like
Yeah,
people stop caring?
yeah. That's the thing. Like, there's so many just prospects that nobody cares because nobody watches them because they play for like UCLA and nobody stays up watching the games. But
Yeah.
and that's the whole thing. It's like Pac-12 after dark because the game will start at 10. But yeah, I think definitely with Oregon UW being so good, it's brought some light just in time for it to be completely diminishing as a conference. So that's nice.
The
But
Big Ten next year is going to be unreal,
Big
though.
Ten, I am excited. I as much as
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I would rather it not happen, but like it's gonna be sick.
Um, yeah. So explain to me, do you know if they're doing Big Ten East and West? Or are they getting rid of it? Because I
That's
noticed that Oregon was playing Washington and Ohio State and Michigan, which we like. If they're still doing the Big Ten East and West, then like something's definitely wrong.
yeah. I
I
saw
think.
somewhere that forget if it was Big Ten, but they were getting rid of divisions. I don't know. I'll try to look it up right now. Yeah, there'll be
Yeah,
no divisions
yeah.
for
That's
Big
that's
Ten.
the best way to do it.
Yeah, especially Big Ten now. It's so uneven. I mean, Michigan, the
Yeah,
Big Ten, is it East
and
that Michigan, Ohio State are in?
yeah,
Yeah,
they
the Big Ten
should
East
they
always
should
is stacked and West
they
sucks. But
should be able to hopefully play the game every year still.
yeah, yeah, they will. But yeah, it's just kind of sucked when you have Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan in one, and then Iowa wins the other or whatever, and they it's just right in the conference championship game, like what's happening today.
Who
But
was it last year? Like Purdue,
yeah, it was Purdue versus Ohio's. Well, no, Ohio State didn't win. It was
Michigan.
Michigan. Yeah, Purdue, Michigan, I believe. But yeah, and Iowa just sucks, dude. I mean, unbelievable. But yeah, in terms, like I said, chronological, the first game today was Texas, Oklahoma State. Absolute beatdown.
Mhm.
Quinn Ewers balled out. I mean, sheesh.
Yeah.
Definitely made
And
their
then
case to sneak into the
did you
playoff.
see the story post after the win? Should I stream Fortnite tonight?
Quinn Ewers
Oh
posted
my
that.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So funny.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um
but just domination by Texas. Adonai
yeah.
Mitchell, great game. Offense could not be stopped.
That's
Quinn Ewers was like
that's who the
13 for
Chiefs
13 or
should
something.
be targeting.
Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah. And and
Yeah.
I'm and I'm hearing that Quinn Ewers might come back to school.
I saw that too. I saw that too. I was like,
Um which is
well, if he's gone,
crazy.
it's Arch Manning time, right? Like that's who's gonna
It
start if he
should be.
leaves. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would kind of be funny if he just
and,
Like
and
I
if
feel
and
like
if he comes back, Arch Manning's probably gone. Is
yeah, yeah,
the common thread
yeah.
there?
That's really that's interesting.
Which is like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because where does he go? Because
Yeah.
he definitely is going somewhere where he's gonna start, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Imagine he goes to Ohio State. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine that?
but like, would he beat out McCord?
I mean, I don't know how good he is. Like
McCord, I mean, McCord is
genuinely.
like trash,
Well, yeah, I
but
don't know how good Arch Manning is. I don't know how good any
dude,
person
I
that
think
played
he could
yet
go
in
to Penn
college.
State and beat out Drew Aller.
Oh, Drew Aller sucks. Yeah.
Or he could
But
go to LSU. He would
yeah,
probably
he'd
end up
probably
at
just go to
LSU
LSU
because
or so.
Jane Daniels is gone and he would start.
Yeah. And we can
But
confirm Jane Daniels will win the Heisman as well. For sure. He should. If he doesn't, that'd be
I
insane.
mean, yeah, if he does, the only way he wouldn't is because LSU like wasn't that good. But
Yeah. But
he
even then, they're
should.
ranked. They're top 20, so right? I believe. Something like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, easily. I think they're like top 15.
mm-hmm. But yeah, Texas
Oh
domination
wow,
made their
horrible
case.
punt, Jesus.
I'm ahead of you, I think. But we're both watching the Louisville Florida State game, by the way. But yeah, Texas. So that game made it interesting because Texas showed why they should make the playoff, and the following game helped their case with, like I said, Georgia losing for the first time in 29 games to
Ooh, does it?
Alabama.
Does it
Okay, I'm
help their
behind you.
case?
Yeah, because so now people are saying Georgia like isn't going to get in for sure. But now since Texas beat Alabama by double digits on the road, it makes that win look even better, and they have the head to head. So
Yeah,
that's that whole
yeah.
thing. Yeah. And so people are saying Texas is a lock and Georgia's not going to get in and Bama is on the fence if FSU wins or not.
Yeah, I that's probably what it is
Hmm.
because you know, regardless of how good Georgia's been, they didn't really have any statement wins. Like their best wins were
Ole Miss,
Tennessee, who's like
Ole
not
Miss
that good, and
and
Ole Miss.
Mizzou. Yeah.
And Mizzou. Yeah,
Yeah.
they really did have some good wins,
That's the
but
thing. Like people say that and they have three top 50. Well, Tennessee's not. They're like
yeah,
20,
it
but they
just
have
like
two top
you don't.
12 wins.
Yeah,
So,
it
um,
yeah. Um, it's just like sort of hard to realize it at the time. Like those teams maybe didn't seem as good as they actually were. But Georgia, I think it's really tough.
it's so
Like
because they,
they maybe do deserve it, but they lost today, and it really wasn't as close as the
yeah.
scoreboard showed.
And if you're a one-loss
Um,
SEC champion, you should get in. So it's probably gonna be Bama
yeah,
over Georgia, and obviously they have the head-to-head. So, and
yeah,
so
like
I would just really hope FSU doesn't win, man. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
yeah, because and like if FSU loses, then Georgia fans are gonna be angry
Yeah.
because they talked about. I saw something today where it's like, not only is the committee taking it into account who lost to who, but like who you lost to, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, yeah,
I wonder
um,
if Florida State wins, I wonder if they put him at 3 and then UW would get to play Florida State. That would be dope. That would be sick. But for my sake, as a UW fan's sake. But yeah.
I think to be quite frank, I don't think that the college football playoff is unfortunately going to live up to the hype
Mhm.
because I think Michigan's kind of going to run away with it.
Really.
Yeah, just because
Uh
like I think honestly,
I think the UW Michigan game would
the
be good.
unfortunate thing is Ohio State is probably the second best team in the nation.
I still think Georgia like really like I thought Georgia's going to win it
There's no
all if
way.
you
There's
asked me
no
before
way.
today.
There's no way they get in though.
No, they don't. But I
It's like, and the crazy
yeah.
thing is like one loss SEC championship. The thing that's crazy to me is that with only like 12 or 13 games in a season, you can't have an off day. Like
Yeah.
you can't just play It's not like college basketball. Um, and so it's like Alabama, they still didn't know what their quarterback situation was going to be. They
They
looked
benched Jalen Milrow
sluggish.
earlier in the year, yeah.
They looked sluggish. Like it wasn't obviously the Alabama of right now.
Hmm.
Like if you play those two teams,
Yeah.
I'm taking Alabama in a heartbeat.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone's like, do you rank the teams off of how they are now, or how they've been the whole
But
season,
but
or
like
how much
but
they
like is
deserve
that
it,
is that
or
fair? Is that fair to say that, to take it away from Texas when they showed that they were the better team when they played? Like how else is, like how better to compare the teams than when they played?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's really tough.
Yeah, and we said this before the pod, but if Florida State wins, they should get it. I mean, should's a weird word, but they, as an
Yeah, I
undefeated
mean
Power Five team, they should get in.
you can't
Um,
not put them in.
yeah, yeah. So, and then like I said, would you put them up to 3? Would you keep them at 4 and have Texas jump them, or Bama jump them, or
I think they
yeah,
probably end up at 4, kind of like a Cincinnati situation.
mm-hmm. And then Texas
Because
jumps them.
because everybody knew that Cincinnati was like the worst of the 4, but like you have to put them in at that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, the world will riot if FSU gets in, and then 2 out of 3 of Georgia, Texas, and Bama are gonna get out. I think Georgia is for
okay,
sure
but
out.
like, dude, imagine the riot. Not that don't want people don't want Florida State in unless you're a Florida State fan,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah,
they understand that it like makes one of the games like meaningless
horrible.
because Florida
Yeah,
State's just gonna lose and Louisville's not good.
yeah.
But
Although they
um,
are in red zone right now, but
like it's really tough. Like imagine if Florida State wins and then they don't somehow get in.
yeah, there's that
Like
whole thing.
imagine, bro. Like because the 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 unjust, like that would be like
That would
really,
just
really, that would
change.
be really, really unjust.
The
And
thing
like
is, the thing is, they could do it because
they
this is the
could, dude. The strength of schedule is
because
so cheeks,
then they wouldn't change the standard, because it's not going to matter, because the playoffs going to 12 teams. Because
yeah,
if they didn't let them in and it was stayed a
bro.
14 playoff, that would
They
change
could
the
just be
standard
like,
for
screw
the
it. Like we're
rest
just
of
gonna make this the
time.
best. They're just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna make this the best
Yeah.
CFP
So I think if they don't let him
because
in,
like
they wouldn't care, because it's going to 12-team playoff. It's not going to matter for future years in terms of
I mean,
standard of how good you should be when you
it's
get
like,
in.
and it's like obviously Florida State's resume is not even impressive.
No.
Like Georgia's, Alabama's, and Texas's resumes are all better. Ohio State too,
Yeah.
and Oregon,
Yeah.
because it's like who has Florida State really beaten?
LSU first week of the season. Um, Louisville if they beat them today. That's pretty much
Yeah.
that's it.
Um.
But they beat all the teams that they played. So that's the
Yeah.
least
I
we can
mean,
do.
Miami was good for seen as good. Like there were a lot of teams in the ACC that for like a few weeks were
They
seen as
were,
good,
yeah.
like Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Duke.
Duke, Wake Forest, Miami. But no, I mean they really haven't played anybody. It's just God, it's so tough.
I know.
It's
But
really like impossible.
let's say Florida. I mean, Louisville's driving right now. They're down by 7. Let's say Florida State loses. Who would you put in? Michigan's won, by the way. They're up 17-0 on Iowa.
Okay. Let's say, gosh, we did talk about Bama, Georgia. Jalen Milrose like really, really good.
Yeah,
He looked like amazing. That catch was not a catch though.
I didn't even see it.
Um, Isaiah Bond. You'll have to look it up.
Okay,
Um, like it's well, so it's obviously Michigan
Michigan won.
because
Yep,
they're not. And like, is it over?
it's 20-0 and a third.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Iowa cannot score 20 points in 10 games.
I can't even get a first down.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable, bro. Cade McNamara is trash.
yeah. There was like that whole thing. He was like telling coaches how their offense works, and people. Well, I guess. Oh, that's right. He's not even playing for them now.
Oh
He's
yeah,
like
that's
hurt or
right.
something, but he's still in the building. But did he get benched? I don't know. I think nobody cares about Iowa.
The
Anyways,
team is horrible.
yeah,
Anyway,
Michigan won.
Michigan obviously won. Washington obviously too. FSU loses. I think
Texas threw down 4. Georgia, they just can't get in. I don't think.
what it should be is Texas, Bama, if you're being just.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we talked about it before the podcast. A bunch of 70-year-old dudes.
Yeah.
The SEC bias is really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's really crazy. Like, the world would go up in flames if Georgia and Bama made it.
Yeah.
It would burn. The world would burn. But, like, I mean,
Yeah.
wow.
Can you
I'm so
believe
excited.
that last year Ohio State lost to Michigan and still got in? Like this, just the difference between last year and this year. This year's
This year's so much more
so
competitive.
much more competitive. Last year's like Ohio State lose, and it was pretty easy they got in. Like that was just kind of insane. Um, but yeah, I'll have to. I think it's going to be Washington or Michigan 1, UW 2, Texas 3, Bama 4. Um, I don't. Yeah, I just
All right,
don't see
what are we at time wise?
Georgia in. Um, 24 minutes. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. You can't even hear the sneeze. I can just see you doing it.
You can't? You
No,
can't hear it?
no,
That's tough.
I know.
Shout out the microphone.
Facts.
Anyway, let's move on to college basketball
Okay.
because we won't know what's gonna happen until it happens.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe the Florida State game will be decided by the end of this.
mhm, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, last night, college basketball. Unreal. Right? Kansas UConn was an amazing game. KJ Adams comes in clutch in memory of his late mother.
Mm,
Um, rest in peace, Yvonne Adams. That was just like a little plug. It was an amazing game. KU played maybe the best half of basketball I've seen them play in the 16 years that I've been watching them.
mm.
And they still like UConn was just making tough
Newton.
shots. And of a
God.
shot, dude.
Tristan
It
Newton.
was like it was like
Sheesh.
it was like 10 possessions in a row or something. I saw a set where the shot clock went under 5 seconds and they scored on like 6 of them with like
Yeah.
crazy threes and stuff.
No,
Like
because I
have you heard
was. Yeah, go ahead.
of what a grenade is?
It's like just when you chuck up a shot at the end of the shot
Well,
clock.
it's like it's well no,
Is it?
it's when like a lot of guys talk about like how their shooting percentages go down because they get tossed grenades where it's like a teammate has it who's not a good
Yeah.
shooter, shot clock's winding down,
They just
and then
passed
they
them.
pass it to a guy who can shoot, and so they catch it and it's like a grenade, like they have to get rid of
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like it was that kind of stuff. They would just give it to Newton and you just like throw up a prayer
Yeah.
and it
Yeah,
would go
because I was
in.
watching the UW Oregon game and I'd tune in on commercials and every time I would tune in and Newton would be doing the craziest stuff ever. I'd be like, oh my God, this guy's insane.
Yeah, it was unreal. And the day before Hurley, their coach, had said something about him being like the most underrated point guard in the nation,
Mm.
which
Do you
just
like
may be
Hurley?
true. No, he's a creep, and his
Yeah,
brother is.
yeah, he's
They they
interesting.
they they just like weird me out.
Did
Not
you
gonna
watch
ll
like the interview he did?
Yeah,
What's his name?
of
Like
course.
that was just so like weird. He just seemed like a
Yeah,
weird dude.
he's just like such a weird guy, bro. And his
Yeah.
brother's even worse at Arizona State. God,
What does he do?
just look up a picture of him,
What's his first name?
Bobby Hurley.
Oh yeah, Bobby Hurley. That's right.
It's just so bad,
Yeah.
dude. Imagine like if we get big and like people are just gonna see us clowning this guy.
Just look at my picture.
He's also a Dookie. Like he's one of like the JJ Redick,
Yeah,
Christian
one of those
Leitner, like
guys. Everyone
hated
hates
white
him.
guy
Yeah,
from Duke, Grayson
classic.
Allen. So it's just like
Shout out
very
Duke.
easy to dislike a guy like that.
Hmm.
I mean, don't shout out Duke.
Absolutely not.
God, all the other blue bloods lost this weekend and made me like so happy. UNC did come back actually. Shout
Yeah,
out Owen, Will Bright. But I mean Nova
Kentucky
lost
lost.
to Drexel.
Yeah,
Kentucky lost to
tough
what
battle with
is that?
Philly. Kentucky lost to UNC
Um
Wilmington.
UNC Wilmington.
Yeah,
That's what that was. I thought it was something else. Yeah, I mean, regardless, it's a horrible loss.
Yeah.
But that's what happened when you play like seven freshmen.
Mm,
Like it just happens.
yeah.
You know, so yeah, the KU game was crazy because we almost sold
Hmm.
because Dewan Harris missed two free throws, and then they went down the court and we left this like grad transfer 60-year senior white guy wide open in the corner. He hadn't
Yeah.
made a shot like all game, but he's like a 16 point per game scorer,
Yeah.
wide open,
Wait,
and he
who?
bricked it. Cameron Spencer.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Cameron
yeah,
Spencer.
he's been balling for them.
Huh.
He just had a bad game. Dewan
Okay.
was locking him up, but he missed it.
Oh,
And yeah, yeah. So go KU, and then right after Boo Booey, the best name in college
shout
basketball
him out.
behind always right of Rhode Island. Um, God, Boo Booey sends the game to overtime against Purdue. That's the
31.
second straight year that Northwestern
Yeah.
has knocked off
Insane.
Purdue. Boo Booey is maybe the most underrated player in the nation.
Although I
I
think
went and
in
saw them.
recent weeks he's
I'm
getting his respect,
mhm.
I'd say.
He was so good last year too. Also, I mean, repping
Those who aren't
the
watching,
day
Nash is
after the
wearing
win. Yeah,
Northwestern.
I'm
Yeah.
repping Northwestern gear. I did watch them play Dayton a
Maybe a
few weeks
future
back
Wildcat.
at the Welsh Ryan Arena. I mean, if they'll have me,
I mean, if
like
you insist, like,
as the as the crow flies, like
of
if you'll let
course,
me go.
then I'll guess
Me
you'll
and James
go.
have been saying as the crow flies, like at random
We did
times
mention that in our rant
because we.
episode, the last episode.
Oh, that's right, we did.
Yeah, we'll just mention it every time from now on.
Yeah, for those of you who just aren't locked
Aren't
into the
locked in.
podcast
Yeah.
like you should be, but shout out Tony Cates. He gave us a great review the other day. Much
Thank you.
love. Um,
Yep.
just I don't know why I thought of that.
Also, we're both repping maybe our future universities.
I don't want to say that so early. I mean,
That's true.
James is gonna
I'm
get in.
I'm
He
I'm
deserves it.
thank you, but again, we'll see. I am at a
Um,
farther stage than you are, clearly,
yeah,
because
but
you're older. Anyways,
I'm
Boo
older.
Booey's him.
Yeah, you
I'm a
messed
year
that
older.
up. Yeah, Boo Boo is him. Um, and just like the turnaround, one hand jump shots. I mean, floaters and runners and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
He's a madman, and he's so under control. Um,
And he plays
and
like you said today.
I mean, obviously, like he's like me but good. Um,
Yeah,
court
you but
awareness.
worse. Maybe.
Yeah, obviously, I'm. Well, they call me LeBron Phillips.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Um,
God, that was good. That was
That's so bad, dude. I can't believe I
good.
just said that. It's just,
Oh, what are you in second grade? Oh my God.
oh
Unreal,
god,
unreal moment on the Takes from
wow.
Lakes
That's
podcast.
a blunder, dude. That's like a. Did I really just say that? Wow.
Oh, unreal. But
Um.
yeah,
Yeah.
good boy. Gotta love him.
Boo boo. Yeah. I mean, they just looked. They were down big early in that game. Purdue came out hot, but the Welsh Ryan Arena was rocking, and they just
Mm.
battled back, made a lot
Yeah.
of shots. Ty Berry had a good game. Ryan Langborg, grad transfer from I want to say, oh, don't let me mess this up.
Okay. Ooh.
Not Bryant. The fact that I know this is, I mean, elite ball knowledge. He's a grad transfer from a team that made the Sweet 16 last year,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a Cinderella team.
Yep.
It's not Bryant. Hold on.
You should know this. I feel like.
Oh, you looked it up, didn't you? Oh,
Yeah.
you dirty dog.
I wasn't gonna guess it. Well, actually, I might have been able to guess it with if Cinderella Sweet 16. Come on, there's only a few last
I'm
year. I would have
blanking.
guessed it. Come on, Nash. Nash, you can't be doing this. This is your reputation.
No.
This is your
Dude, I
reputation.
knew he was a grad transfer
Oh my
too.
gosh,
No.
Nash.
Hold on.
You're
Give
gonna
me a little
hate
more
yourself
time.
when I
Give me a
tell
little
you
more
it.
time. I know. I know. Wait. Okay. Let me compose myself.
Yeah. You're letting the emotion get the best of you. Oh man, he's staring blank into space.
I don't know it.
Princeton.
Oh,
Oh,
oh
I
no.
yep.
Oh,
I think I would have guessed that, but I didn't even look it up.
oh God.
Oh my goodness. Wow. And just like that,
Oh,
Nash knows no ball at all. Because you don't know Ryan Langborg's former college.
dude, is that the biggest blunder of
Oh
my
man.
because
Rough
like
moment.
I did some like pretty intensive research into Princeton basketball.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go
that's what I was thinking.
I'm not gonna go
Yeah.
into it,
For a school
but like
project. Yeah.
I really
Oh
should have
man.
known.
Wow. Anyways, we'll try and do our best to move on. It's a tough
I mean,
time.
I've had a lot of
Princeton
a lot
links.
of bloopers on the podcast in my
Yeah.
time. Is that my biggest blunder?
I mean, when you think about it, it's Ryan Langborg's
It's really not
former,
that bad.
yeah. But the fact that it was like Cinderella Sweet 16 and you still couldn't get, I don't, that might have been the
And it
worst.
was like somebody who like I had seen him play and like they did like some thing where he said like where he used to go to school. Like
Yeah, I'll give you a
like
pass, but
I knew
the time of
yeah,
grief
it's
in the
bad.
Taken Lakes community.
Yeah. I mean,
Ugh,
whatever.
yeah.
Anyway, um yeah, that game was awesome.
Hmm.
And like the fans tried to storm the court, but there were still 0.3 seconds on the clock and they had to like
Yeah, that was
tell them to go
funny.
back.
That was
It's
funny.
hilarious.
Good vibes in
Northwestern's just not
Northwestern.
used to winning games like that. But yeah, great
Good,
vibes.
great
I
vibes.
mean, that's anyway. Then today you got Villanova losing to Drexel.
Shout
Like
out Drexel.
and
Battle of Philly.
I've had multiple people, including Owen Wilbright,
Hmm.
just
Fellow
telling me that
basketball
Villanova
ball
is good
knower.
for some reason. Just obviously not watching the games. Without Jay Wright, they're completely fraudulent and they might never be relevant again.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They lost to
Let's
Penn
stop
and Drexel and St.
both the
Joe's.
Philly teams. Wow. They're getting dominated by
Oh
Phillies.
yeah, that's facts, dude. Philly, they don't own Philly anymore. Philly owns
Dude,
them
Philly owns
because
them.
because
Wow.
they're in Philly too.
Yeah. Villanova, Drexel, and Penn are all in Philly. I mean, I toured all three of those
God,
schools.
did you really?
Yeah. Toured
I
so
didn't know
many
you
Philly
toured
schools.
Drexel.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Interesting.
the blocked punt is insane, or not even blocked punt, but like
Wait, I didn't see it. Wait, whose punt got blocked? Florida State's?
Florida's no, the punter got
Go.
tackled. The punter got tackled,
Wait, I didn't even see that. Wait, let me see. You see how like
dude.
angled
And
that's
dude,
what the
dude,
what?
dude,
You see how
Louis,
angled that snap was? Like it wasn't even. That was
yeah,
weird.
Louisville's
Louisville
got
is
such good field position. They better convert. Oh, to
Louisville's
the end
down
zone,
for.
touchdown. No, he dropped it, picked off.
That was a
Oh,
huge. I'm like 15 seconds behind
whoa,
you, so that was a huge. You went from touchdown
whoa,
to drop to pick. Hold up, I gotta see
dude.
this.
Are you watching the play now,
I'm 20 seconds behind the play. It's about to get snapped. He's in motion.
dude? I just went through a like
Yeah, you just went
this.
through every possible.
I just went through the 5 stages of grief on
No, that's
that
not a
play.
pick. That's not a pick. He didn't get that till he was out of bounds. There's no way.
Oh,
They calling
but
it a
it.
pick on the field? There's no way.
I mean, it's not, but like,
Yeah.
wow. If Louisville
Anyways,
doesn't score a touchdown on this drive, that I'd be wow.
we need this game to be over so we can talk ball. Although we don't want this thing to be dragged out,
Mm,
but we gave both our
yeah.
scenarios. If Florida State wins,
Let me look up the college. But what are we looking at time wise?
um, 37. So
Oh, that's really not that bad at all.
yeah, no. But yeah,
Um,
Florida State wins probably
USC and
4.
Gonzaga are currently
Yeah, yeah,
playing.
I saw that.
Um, pretty good game. Miami dominated Notre Dame. Oh, forgot to mention
Marquette.
Marquette and
Yeah,
my least favorite college basketball coach currently
wonder
coaching.
why.
Actually, that's not true. There's so many that I dislike.
What is your most dislike? Do you have one?
Am I a hater?
Well, yeah,
I
duh.
mean, like when it comes to sports, like I wouldn't call myself a hater, like in real life.
Mhm. You need
Maybe
to
I
what you need to
am.
watch your math in case you like are like a journalist for whoever, and then nobody like likes you because all these
Well,
clips get released.
honestly, well, I mean, it's all wow, wow, dude. You're gonna just like start crying. You're gonna start crying.
Happiness.
Wait, just wait till the snap.
Okay. Talk so those listening aren't bored.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot that I dislike. Shaka Smart, John Calipari,
Hmm.
um, John Shire's so fraudulent and shouldn't have gotten that job.
Oh my god.
Um,
What was that
dude, he just gave it
throw?
to him. He just gave it
Dude
right
almost
to
threw a
start. For anybody
red
not,
zone pick.
yeah, he just. I mean,
Oh my
wow.
god.
Like he was maybe open if you didn't have such a noodle arm,
The world is
but
in
he just like
shambles.
lobbed it up. Oh my god, dude.
Oh my
Are we really gonna let
gosh.
these frauds get in
They
with the third
suck.
string
They're so
quarterback?
bad. Oh my
Uh,
god. Although, hey, hopefully they get bumped to 3 and they play UW and UW gets the freest win of all time. I think they might do that. I mean, they're. I
oh, big run.
think they
Oh
might bump them to 3.
wow.
Honestly, I mean it's another
2.
ranked win on the resume. Well, I guess another is not really the right word because
Yeah.
only 2, but
Louisville's trash though.
and yeah, they suck. Yeah.
Anyway, um yeah, there's a lot of I'm trying to think of more that I obviously Dan Hurley, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Um there's a lot that I really didn't like that retired recently. I don't like Mark Few. I
Boeheim.
don't like Chris Beard. Also, because Chris Beard's also a horrible person. He like beat his wife and stuff. But
Yeah. Do you like Boeheim? Of
again, we shouldn't feel the need to teach people
course.
this. But he's retired. But like,
Yeah.
don't hit people. Just a
Wait, who?
suggestion. Actually, it's not. It's mandated by law. Wait, who? Wait, what?
Wait, who hit who? Or who hit?
Boeheim retired.
Yeah, but Boeheim didn't hit his
Chris Beard.
Chris Beard. I was about to say, yeah.
No, Chris Beard did.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say
No.
Boeheim.
Boeheim's
I
actually
know
a
Boeheim's
stand-up
retired.
guy. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
don't
he's a
like
good dude.
him.
Although his wife is like 20 years younger than him, I believe. But
Yeah. I don't
pretty
love
interesting.
Bennett, UVA.
Really? He seems like chill, dude.
Yeah, he just seems kind of annoying.
Also,
Yeah, I mean, if it's
UVA
not Bill
destroyed
Self, I really
Syracuse
don't.
today. McNeely had like 6 threes and dropped 25. Just so
Oh,
funny.
Jerome Tang, one of my new least favorite guys
Really?
ever.
Well, because he's K-State. He's K-State, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of
Obviously, you
Porter
don't like him.
Moser, Oklahoma. I mean, gosh, the list goes on and on.
Yeah, we could talk
Anyway,
about this all day.
Marquette goes down to Wisconsin. Wisconsin is such a good team at like beating good teams, if that makes sense. They're just so consistent and so well coached.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds very much like a sneaky athletic
They
comment
got
start
yeah.
because Wisconsin, like they've got a lot of gritty players, but like they really do. And they play like they are very consistent. So, it's hard to hate on them. I don't think they'll ever be like the kind of team that can go on a championship run. They're just not talented enough. But
They can mess up somebody else's championship
yeah,
run.
exactly.
Yeah.
They can mess some stuff up. So
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, let's just do one more sweep of today's slate of games.
Okay.
Make sure we're not missing. Oh yeah, and Duke loses to Georgia
Duke
Tech.
loses to Georgia Tech.
I mean, their freshmen were just like bad. Tyrese Proctor got hurt. He's so electrifying. Like,
yeah,
truly, he's kind of what makes that team run. He got hurt, seen in crutches on the sideline. He might be out for extended time. I haven't actually looked into it, but it was pretty clear right away that he wasn't going to be back for that game in particular. And Colorado State's been a surprise team, but back to Duke. The freshmen like Caleb Foster's been really bad at the free throw line. Jared McCain's just been like bad in general, and then the other two like don't really get that much playing time because they actually have veterans, but they just weren't. I mean, Georgia Tech,
Jeremy Roach played the whole game.
Athletic team, and they were just kind of gasping for points. They just
Yeah.
couldn't handle it.
Hmm.
They lost.
Who was Bay Ndongo? Freshman dropped 21 out of nowhere.
Who?
Yeah, Bay Ndongo for Georgia Tech. Freshman, his max points were 8. He like barely scores and dropped 21 today on 9 for 11 shooting against Duke.
God, where did he go to high school? I've heard of him.
Let's look it up. Bay Ndongo. Is that how you say it? Probably.
I'm pretty. It's probably Baye.
Putnam Science Academy.
Oh, that's it's actually a good high school. It's in either New York or New Jersey. Um,
Mm.
it's where there was a guy. Putnam Science.
There's a basketball player that went there previously.
Well, there was a guy who was like big on like overtime and ball his life and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, they've had a lot of guys.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, college basketball just
In the midst of all the chaos.
it's always exciting. Always, always, always exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, Hamidou Diallo
Uh
went there. Eric Ayala, I don't know if you've heard of him, but he was I think he played at Maryland.
Hmm.
I actually don't know though. Gosh. I'm trying to find the guy who. No, anyway, is there
yeah.
a random topic you'd like to
Relevant.
discuss tonight, James?
Random topic. Oh man. I mean, is there one that you have in mind?
Mm, hmm.
I mean, I was gonna.
I have one if you don't have one.
Okay, go ahead.
Sandwiches.
Ooh, good one.
Favorite sandwich. Go.
Favorite sandwich? Okay, well, there's classics, right? There's all reliables, if you
Stop
will.
beating around the bush.
All right, just give me a pulled pork sandwich.
Oh, good call.
Thank you.
Ooh. And here's the thing. I don't respect it at all because Kansas City, obviously,
Okay,
brisket.
yeah, fair.
Yeah, I mean, like, God, it's really rough because, like, I want to say brisket sandwich,
But you feel
but at
like
this,
you have to
but at
say
the
that.
same time,
Say what you want, bro. Don't feel forced.
there's. Oh well, no. What I want is a brisket sandwich. But here's the
Oh,
thing:
I know.
it can't be like a brisket sandwich that's made. It's like it can't be like North Carolina or Texas style. Like it
Has to
has to
be.
be from a specific place in Kansas City.
Hmm.
Where I
Okay.
got where I so okay, this is actually a hilarious story. I'm gonna tell them about the Thanksgiving debate because the
Oh
place I
yeah.
got the sandwich from is where I gave Mullen the sauce.
Okay.
So for anybody, basically our
Also, happy
basketball team
Thanksgiving. We
got
haven't potted
into
since
an
then.
argument. Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Got into an argument about whether or not mac and cheese is a Thanksgiving food.
Which it is obvious. We're
There was
we're a
a pretty
minority
clear
too.
there was a pretty clear divide. We're also a minority in a certain way on the basketball team. I'm not going to say it. There was a pretty clear divide, noticeable divide as to who thought it was a Thanksgiving food and who didn't. Again, not going to say it. Obviously friendly argument, friendly
Yeah, of
debate.
course. Just a teammate argument.
I think it's just like obviously just like a cultural in some kind of way. Like
Yeah.
certain families have it, certain families don't.
Yeah.
But it turned into something like where
Generally, you getting cooked about
basically,
seasoning.
yeah, basically my coach and some of my teammates started saying like pointed at me basically that like white people don't season their food. Which like to be honest, the stereotype isn't completely unfounded. I've had some fairly bland meals in my time,
Mm-hmm.
but my family in particular, my mom especially, is a phenomenal cook. So I wasn't going to let her be disrespected like that, right?
Yeah.
And so I proceeded to take a video of my entire like pantry with all the spices and everything. And it was pretty impressive. Like I was really cooking. And
Yeah.
then Coach Mullen, he's like, "Oh,
Our
dude, that's
basketball
weak."
coach.
Like he's like, "You guys don't even have any Lowry seasoned salt." I go into the pantry, find the Lowry seasoned salt, send him a picture. All is well in the world.
Cooked.
Ooh, thank you, mother. Is that an orange Fanta? Bless.
You, to go along with your Sprite. Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
From Wendy's. Wow.
I don't
And
know where they went and how they ended up at Wendy's, but they just got back from somewhere, and I'll
all
take it.
right, go on with your story, buddy.
Anyway, then I had to send a picture of the turkey because it looked the turkey looked phenomenal.
Yeah,
Don't
it
even
did.
lie.
It did.
Um, and I basically just had to prove to them that I know what's up. And so then the next day, I brought in a bottle of Gates barbecue sauce, which is like the best barbecue sauce in the world, from as agreed upon by presidents and celebrities, the best barbecue place in the world, Gates Barbecue, even though they get shut down by the health people every other week. It's phenomenal, and we buy the sauce in bulk. So I gave Coach Mullen a bottle, and today he came back and he's like, "Yeah, the sauce is fire." So
Good for you, man.
anyway, favorite sandwich in a
Wow. Wait.
long-winded way
Yeah,
is
really.
a brisket sandwich from Gates, beef and a half to be exact.
Nice. You're very proud of that answer. Good
Mhm.
stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, least favorite sandwich.
Ooh. I don't love Reuben. I don't love Reuben sandwiches. Do you?
Whoa, what?
I just don't. I don't know.
Wait, have you eaten Rubens at my house? Because I will feel disrespected if you
No,
have.
the only sandwich I've had at your house is a BLT, which is fire.
It was fire.
Dude, okay, wait, low key BLT. Wait,
Okay,
hold
no,
up.
that's facts. No, that's fact because it's
Okay,
mad overrated. Because it's good, but it's mad overrated.
but like Mary's BLT, where I work, those who don't know, like I just get that every day now because that's the only thing I want to eat
Oh,
there.
you think it's fire? You think it's like your favorite?
Yeah, I've had your mom's BLT. That
Oh,
was tough too.
I was gonna say what's overrated and like your least. Oh wow,
Wait, what? What were you gonna? Wait, what do you mean?
I thought you meant BLT was your least favorite.
No, BLT is my most favorite. Wait, you think BLT is
Oh
bad?
no, but I think it's mad overrated.
That's what I was wondering where that was coming from. I was like, wait, what? No.
Wow. No, it's just too simple. Like,
Simplicity is complexity.
no, okay, that's completely not true.
Simplicity
Simplicity
is
can be a good
beauty.
simplicity. Okay, that can be true, but simplicity is not complexity. That's not how that works.
It is in my eyes.
No, it's not.
It's so much more than just a sandwich, Nash.
No, don't stop. Okay, you're just as the crow flies. You're being kind of dumb right now.
I'm not flying. I'm not flying as the crow from point A to point B here. I'm kind of, as you say, beating around the bush. But
I do say that.
you've only
Okay,
said that once. I've said that more than you have.
so do you have another sandwich like least favorite other than Reuben, or is Reuben really your least favorite? Because that's a bad least favorite, dude. I really do
That's
not
what pops
respect
into
that
my
at
head.
all.
That's what pops in my head, Reuben.
So you like really don't like it?
Yeah, I prefer not to have it. Yeah,
Wow, God.
yeah.
Um,
But your least favorite. Then let's get out of here. We've been talking about sandwiches for too long.
probably like an egg salad sandwich. Is that a basic
Okay.
answer?
I mean,
Because like
no.
everybody hates an egg salad sandwich.
Yeah, that's like me saying I hate like a.
So you're saying I need to come up with something controversial.
No, I'm just saying like, okay, well, egg salad. Give a
Peanut
more
butter and
common
jelly
sandwich.
sandwich. There, I said it.
Stop.
No.
No,
You want
stop.
to hear my reason? You want to hear my reason? I
Go.
think jelly on a sandwich like makes it so soggy and like weird.
No.
And I'm a big peanut butter and honey sandwich guy. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just. Old reliable peanut butter and jelly can't go wrong.
No.
Wow, you don't know sandwich
reliable
ball.
and
I'm
not
shocked.
good.
You don't know sandwich ball. Unreal day on the
This is so
Takes and Lakes
funny.
pod. All right,
Yo,
let's
this
get out
is-
of here. Let's.
all right,
We need to go play Fortnite.
Yeah, this has been an amazing episode.
Oh my goodness.
wow.
Unreal day from Nash Phillips and just outlandish. I mean,
Dude, the
nothing changed.
mango splasher lemonade got me acting up.
I know, and the Sprite and the Fanta. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for listening and watching. Follow the Insta at Takes from Lakes Pod. Catch us on Spotify, YouTube, all that good stuff. And yeah, catch you guys next time. See ya.
Yeah.